Girl, handcuff yourself to the radiator if you need to. It's day 5 over here. How you guys doing? January 5th, 2026. It is day 5. Um, I have my last juice I drink. So I drink about 6 to 7 of these a day on top of water. And it's a very specific protocol. I feel like Salinas. I want to sing on the mic. Apparently that has multiple, what would be connotations? Narratives. Thank you for bracing with me. As Breezy is unraveling. If you're new to this journey, my name is Bree. My friends call me Breezy. I like to keep things brief, easy, breezy. And for the first time in my life, I'm going to actually document the process of how I achieve some of the things I've achieved in life. And it takes a certain level of fed upness that you get with yourself. Only you can get yourself there. Only you can take you there. Only you. Okay. So yes, I hired a private coach. I've been fasting since I was 17, but for some reason at 35, it's not clicking. I can't go like just easily click over to discipline mode like I'm used to. I've been an athlete all my life. I know how to turn it on. I've been an overachiever all my life. Corporate, all of that. It's usually like a spark, that fire. Like what the was the Fantastic Four? Boom. But girl, sir, I'm if you're sputtering right now, like if you are cranking the world out of that leaf blower and it just ain't kicking over, girl, sir, it's time to reset. And you need it. You gotta get your hand held on this one, sweetheart. You can't just white knuckle through this one. You're overcoming different types of energies that, to be honest, it's in your lineage. It gets magnified all through that web, you know? So if people that came before you, most of them couldn't overcome what you're being asked to overcome, you don't think you'll need help. You don't think you'll need community. You don't think you'll need to reflect and journal this. And this is a form of journaling if you're not a pen and paper person. But you're gonna start getting more curious. I almost had to handcuff myself to a I don't even have a radiator, but I was gonna find one. I was gonna find one. I'm like, wow, this is really. I pictured myself. I pictured myself like intimately with food, 5 days sober from the munchie junkie. I'm a recovering junkie munchie. You know. It's something I've used to cope. It's something I've used to suppress. It had to be something, vice. It's just sometimes it's just in your DNA, girl. Sir, you're obsessive, you're compulsive, so you have to channel that for good. You have to really dial it in more than probably majority of people. Because as soon as you get a little veer left or veer right, girl, boy, you don't even feel those little when you get out of lane. You just end up like, when did I get you didn't even make it to the off ramp? You probably made it, well, we got them in Idaho for the runaway trucks, for the runaway rigs. Like, how did I get up here in my Kia Sorento? Huh? Wasn't paying attention. Was allowing other people to drive. Was allowing addictions to drive. Was allowing distractions to drive. Just so you can just take a break in the back seat. Lord, I'm just trying to stay functional. Functional. Are you? Is that functional? Just like we have functioning people who have heavy addictions, you I want you to say it. I'll say mine if you say yours. The shame and the guilt that comes along with that, even though it's so gratifying in the moment, it is so relieving that we think it's so like, gosh, okay, this is something I can control. This is something that, okay, at least I have a full belly. Girl, 40% of that is probably who knows what in your colon, craving all that stuff. If it's not natural to your diet or your parents, grandparents' diet, then that was learned. That was conditioned. And when you're eating, you don't have to think about how angry you are, how sad you are, how resentful you are, how jealous you are, how unhappy you are. Even though you're showing up functional, you showing up functional. I'm happy majority of the time. I feel like, but there is, you know, if we have layers of like the rainbow of auras, like there's something under there that's like, oh, why did that bother me so much out of nowhere? Have I been overlooking what led up to that? And when you can't get high on your own supply anymore, now you actually, and distractions just exhaust you. Like even watching YouTube a little bit is kind of like at the pace that I'm used to. You know, double the speed or 1.5 the speed. I've been trying to really work on that and slow it down to really stay present and not just be in this urgency, speedy kind of just. It's okay to slow down and listen to a podcast and really absorb and digest the words. So yeah, even that it's just it's too noisy. That's how I know I'm getting regulated. Your palate gets regulated. Your digestive system is like, okay, well, I guess we have time to. We're used to just a windfall just coming every day, and now I guess should we stop expecting the windfall? Oh my gosh, a fiend. Everything in my body's rationalizing getting a bucket of just gravy and just some dry rub. I'm about to cook myself up. Oh my gosh. So for the first time ever, I've been fasting since 17, but I hired a private coach. Okay. It's not cheap, but she is good. Very good. So we have, I feel coddled from afar. Okay. I feel like I'm her little baby rap. Let me see if I can switch it and go with my right hand. Pardon me. I'm going to our group message. So we have a private group message, and it's a very intimate group. So it's about 10 of us in here that are all fasting for 40 days. So talk about accountability, right? And leave it up to me to bring the lightheartedness to it because everybody's just, hey, I'm having these, symptoms because this is when symptoms start coming up. Either your addictions, your demons, um, your irritations. You can't soothe anymore. You can't cope with something that's so easy to order and cope with. Now you getting, the episode of SpongeBob when he went and visited Sandy for the first time. Not a crackhead, just looking very crackish. So yeah, you're beginning to crack. Now you can't go to alcohol. You can't go to what else you gonna go to? The Lord. you know you gotta go something bigger than you. I'll tell you that. I would have loved to go to an actual facility, but I'm like, is it that DB? Is it that DB? You never know how deep. You know, you never know how deep. So today, like I said, was day 5. Some people are getting migraines. Some people aren't getting migraines. Some people, it's a lot of juice. Okay. Speaking of that, like commercial break, you got to stay on top of it. The day will escape you. I'm going to try to hold this up. Hopefully, I don't glurk. What's a glurk? I was trying to combine some words. Hopefully, I don't gulp like in the microphone. I'm just going to lay this sweetheart down. Because you're drinking juice like every hour and a half. You don't even want to give your body a chance to Straight to the bloodstream, baby. Ooh. Okay, you're not supposed to, but I put a habanero in mine. That's pineapple juice. Pineapple juice is pretty sweet. Thankfully, in Idaho, we can still get some pineapples. Don't know where they're coming from, but it'll do. We have co-ops here too, so organic. We have a lot of farmers in Idaho. So the co-ops actually stick to the fruits and vegetable cycles. So to get a pineapple, I think it's like $15 there. So that's how I know like what we have. It's a good indicator to show like what you have growing locally because 98% of what they have is grown locally. What a blessing. Thankfully, majority of this cleanse calls for citrus, which is an astringent juice. So pineapple, grapefruit. Thankfully, I love grapefruit. For the people who hate grapefruit, ooh, I'm sorry. I could drink grapefruit every day for the rest of my life. Grapefruit and cilantro, but it only calls for grapefruit and oranges. I'm like, wow, orange juice, like real orange juice. But my goodness, you're doing about 10 to 12 oranges a day, a pineapple, a whole pineapple, about 5 or 6 grapefruits. You're doing a ton of celery. But all these are separate. Like it's an actual plant, and you're taking digestive enzymes and all. Like it's going whatever's in you, sweetheart. Okay, it's coming out. You should just buckle up. Actually, I don't even know if I want to buckle up. I already feels like I went through the windshield. So, oh my gosh, is that morbid? It's getting raw, you guys. It's getting raw. I love it. I'm here for it. This is what I signed up for. Okay, back to the messages. I can't wait till I'm on like day 30. I wonder how different the speech is going to be. Like, I'm so excited. And I'm just happy to be here, you guys. This feels so good. Start your channel. How about that? How about that? Start your channel. I got 3.5 views. And I'm like, yeah, here we go. Here we go. But it feels great. This is a form of creation, ladies and gents. It feels great to express. You're gonna fall in the comparison game. You're gonna look at other YouTubers and be like, dang, how did they get there? They have 1,000 videos. Girl, sir, chill out. Whew, okay. So sweet. I had to break the ice. I'm like, nobody's talking about cravings. I know we are a food addicted world. I'm like, look, I'm gonna be honest up in here. I had some type of subliminal imaging where I thought it felt good to think about bathing in country gravy. And I put that in, I said something like that. I'm like, yo, what did I say? Let me go with that. I say, always begin with gratitude. I did have the Lord have mercy through the day. And I was like, I'm not sure what this last juice. I'm full. I am actually full. I'm full. I haven't been hungry this whole time. I've just had just gargantuan cravings, like shaking, like the trembles. You okay? So happy and grateful to be here. This amount of support is truly amazing. I feel so coddled. Still heavy cravings, like picturing myself showering in country gravy. Almost had to handcuff myself to the radiator. Other than that, put me down for another day. Stamp me out. I'm still here though. I could talk dirty. And finally, like this other girl was like, "Girl, I'm right there with you in the gravy shower." I said, "Girl, go ahead and get my back, girl." Yeah, I was like, "Okay, I'm done. Let me gratefully chug this juice, cause what a time." My ancestors would have been like, "Juice, what? You got a what? How can I complain? Just show up." The emotions start to get out of it after a while. You feel that werewolf coming up though, like right there, what I just did. Like your body is trying to reset, and that means your nervous system, your lymph nodes, your digestive system, and I'm doing red light sauna every day with the vibra. I'm trying to shake it loose. I'm like, let me help you. Drown it with citrus and shake it up. And I have moral support. And what a blessing. What a blessing to be here. Okay? Okay? So I can't wait to look back on this when the real unraveling. It's day 5. It's like You still got a little. Your body's still feeding off a little glucose from the last meal you had. So, but it's starting to look like okay now. Haven't dropped a shipment in a while. Haven't dropped a load. So I'm excited to explain and go through that phase and know that you got to start somewhere. Almost at Breezy. What a gift. What a gift to look back at this and have this documented. Because who's going to believe you? Who's going to believe you? Hopefully, I got some like statistics. So if I learn how to put, I'm going to learn how to post, learn how to post like actual posts. So you can see some befores, see some numbers, because I'm still a number girl. And let me tell you, miracles are already starting to unfold. And we're really going to get deep in this. We're going to be having some more thought provoking questions. We're going to be having some more just thoughts that I've been having. And I'm going to get better at capturing them throughout the day. In the moment, having them instead of doing kind of like a reflective at night type of thing, you know? But this has been really cool. I get to decompress. My gosh, my sleep hasn't been this consistently good in a while, and it's only going to get better, especially with the cleanse. You hear that? That's good. My mouth thought this. My mouth was forming itself to bite into a cow. I could probably bite to girl. Come on, come on. Don't even say that. Don't even say that. I just happened to see some cows on the way home. They was minding their business. All right, well, thank you for keeping it brief with Breezy Baby. I love being here. Whoever's here with me, I love that you're here too. Sometimes I feel like I could feel you, but just know we got this, okay? 2026 and on beckons us to strengthen our backbone, sharpen our mind, and provide clarity for ourselves instead of looking outside of ourselves, you know? Sometimes we just need to see people do it first. But you are next, or you are being prepared, so don't even be scared of it. You know, just embrace it. I feel like with a calm demeanor, that's when everything kind of comes to me. And that could be a balanced nervous system, that could look like radical acceptance, taking responsibility for your life. Those all promote very calm feelings. Radical acceptance, making radical decisions and sticking to them. I'm getting calmer by the day. I feel it in my chest. My chest is loosening. For all my anxiety prone people, you know what that tight chest feels like. You're almost getting a humpback because your chest is so tight. Girl, Quasimodo was the exception, but the man had work ethic. That's attractive to anybody. He's a provider. He's a provider. Just wear this scarf right here, baby. Anywho, I hope you have a wonderful night. Blessings to you. I honestly pray and hope and wish to remind you of the magic and the grace and the light that we come from. We just forget sometimes. So, what a blessing to be here. I love whoever's out there. And know you can do hard things. Know you have so much potential because you're still here. And let's just see how it tastes to just tap into that potential. You know, worst case scenario, we could retire, watch Rick and Morty for the rest of our lives. Get real big, you know? Our system supports that, so it's always an option. Anywho, have a good night, love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay? All right now. We out of here, baby.